HBK celebrates 75 years of growth and innovation, while a local economist sees opportunities for sustained regional growth. Those stories and more on today's Daily Buzz.
The Daily Buzz is brought to you by 717 Credit Union.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Daily Buzz. I'm Mike Moliterno. Jim DeCenzo had several job offers after graduating from Youngstown State University with an accounting degree in the late 1980s. Yet, he was hesitant to leave the Mahoning Valley for larger firms in Cleveland or Columbus. He turned to his uncle, a CPA, who recommended he join Hilbarth & King, saying it was the best firm for professional growth and training. DeCenzo took the advice and started at Hilbarth & King, or HBK, in January 1988. Today, he serves as a principal and national director of HBK Manufacturing Solutions. Over his career, DeCenzo witnessed the firm's growth as it evolved to meet client needs by adapting and recruiting innovative talent, establishing it as a major player in the accounting industry. Today, HBK's revenues exceed $150 million, with 700 employees across multiple offices in 5 states and an office in India.
The structure that we have as a firm is very unique. It not encourages us. We have to develop young people to buy us out. So I've worked for 36 years, and 62 is not far down the road for me. If we don't develop those young people, I'm not going to get anything when I retire, because there's going to be nobody there to buy me out. So it's real. The way that Wally and our predecessors set this firm up is really unique in the industry, and it really forces you to develop the people and continue that growth. And that's what has allowed us to be around 75 years later, and hopefully another 75 years.
HBK has expanded to 6 key specialty industries: manufacturing, dealerships, construction, healthcare, nonprofits, and cannabis. In 2021, HBK acquired Vertical Solutions, a Pittsburgh-based provider of managed services, establishing a new entity under HBK called Vertilocity.
Back then we called them niches. Then they were industry groups, now they're solutions groups. But it really was specialties, getting a specialty in an industry. And with our client base, it was diverse enough that we had that ability to allow people to focus on it. So in the last 5 years, we've made a real strong effort to develop those specialists within an industry.
As HBK adapts to ongoing changes in the profession, DeCenzo and other principals are working on a strategic plan to guide the firm's next steps. You can read more in the story on our website. An economist with First National Bank sees signs of stability for the U.S. economy as it continues to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic, with the Mahoning Valley positioned for growth due to low housing costs. David Valentiner, FNB's Managing Director of Interest Rate Management, spoke to around 400 business leaders at the Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber's Economic Forecast Breakfast at the Eastwood Event Center. Valentiner noted the economy's strength over the past few years, suggesting a soft landing may be likely as economic conditions normalize. He attributed some of the current adjustments to the end of pandemic-related financial support, including stimulus payments and a pause on student loan payments, which recently resumed.
I think the economy has been strong. It certainly slowed down a little bit from last year, and we've seen consumer spending get a little bit tighter, but we did need that to happen to keep inflation under control, but it's not falling off a cliff. It's not something where the outlook has turned negative. It's just slowed down to a more sustainable pace. So I think we'll continue to see growth. It just may be at a pace that's a little more sustainable to keep inflation continuing to moderate.
Inflation has been a significant post-pandemic challenge, he said, driven in part by rising wages and workforce shortages. After reaching 9% 2 years ago, inflation has now slowed to 2.4%, with the economy growing at 2.8%, down slightly from earlier in the year.
I think COVID really changed things. It changed how we work in terms of the number of people who were working remotely and moving out. That affected things like the housing market and where people wanted to live. We also had an unprecedented amount of government spending to keep the economy strong. And as that kind of works its way out of the economy, we'll come back to a more normalized, stable economy that's not still feeling that additional government stimulus that happened during the early days of COVID.
You can read more in the story on our website. And a new sculpture unveiled in the Mahoning County Courthouse Rotunda honors U.S. veterans and aims to amplify their experiences. Mahoning County commissioners revealed the artwork during a ceremony Thursday. The piece will stay in the Rotunda before moving to the Veterans Service Commission office under construction on Belmont Avenue. Jennifer Bond, president of Northeast Ohio Women Veterans and a trustee of the Mahoning County Veterans Memorial, said the sculpture was created to honor veterans suffering from traumatic brain injuries and to raise awareness about veteran suicide prevention.
We've now had more veterans commit suicide than actually were killed during the Gulf Wars. So that is one of the major issues. Traumatic brain injury contributes to that. It's health and welfare for our veterans, letting them know there's this court system out there. Female veterans are the largest growing population of homelessness. So there are different things that are impacting our veterans today than used to impact them in previous generations. As veterans have served, they all have their own stories. And some of the things that those veterans have gone through, we have garnered those signatures, and it gives them an opportunity to add voice to what some of their encounters were while they were in the service, out of the service, friendships, relationships that they've made, and the impacts that they have actually had.
The unveiling event concluded with veterans signing the flag's frame, symbolizing their shared stories and experiences. And that is going to do it for today's Daily Buzz. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you'd like to dive deeper into any of these stories, links are available in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Mike Moliterno.
717 Credit Union. Savings power to give your business an extra boost. Business savings, certificates, and business money market. 717 Credit Union. Make your money work as hard as you do. Check out our business money market and CD rates at 717cu.com/rates.